PR Connections Radio presents.
Well, welcome to PR Connections Radio, specifically the Crypto and Cash podcast with Brett, Jenny, and Uncle Dan Everett. How's everybody doing? I hope you're enjoying a really nice holiday. Today is Memorial Day, and we're not going to keep you long today because everybody has things to do, family, friends. Everybody wants to get together, so we're going to let you get together. So we just wanted to kind of like just touch bases. This is our regular show that comes on every other week, every other Monday at 2 p.m. And so again, with those of you that are here, we want to thank you for taking the time to listen in. We're just trying to give you a few updates of what's going on. Go ahead, and before we even get there, I'm not going to forget at the beginning today that the Crypto and Cash show is a strictly educational and entertainment platform. We don't talk about trading. We just want to make sure that you understand and learn the basics of cryptocurrency, Web3, metaverse, just everything involved with it, with the old industry, especially for people that are brand new, because we don't want to talk over your head, but we want to talk to you about why you want to get in crypto, because it's not going anywhere. And it's not just crypto, it's the technology, blockchain technology, which is behind the crypto. So, Brett, good to talk to you. I know you've been busy like crazy, man. So, you go ahead and tell everybody hello and tell them what you've been up to.
Here we are back again, Dan.
Back again.
I have just been up to doing my main gig, which is real estate agent, and working with a lot of buyers lately, mostly getting them in the new homes because nobody's putting their house on the market for resale. So, or I should say very few people are, and the ones that do are getting multiple offers within a couple of days. So builders are a little more easier to deal with. You kind of get what you want. So worst case, you have to wait 9 or 10 months for your house to be built. But so just been doing that a lot. And I finished up my crypto agent boot camp book and doubled the content. So it was like 52 pages before. Now it's 110 pages. So if anybody wants completely free, it's a flip book. You just bring up a link and you literally click on the page, it goes like you're flipping through the page and everything. So anyway,
cool. Send me a copy of that. I want to see the updated. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So just been trying to keep busy.
Well, me too. I've been really crazy busy with the.
What have you been up to?
Man, I'm just kind of exploding with all three of my businesses. I've got my ERC is going nuts. I got close to 70 agents that are under me, that are affiliates under me. And we're right. As a matter of fact, the reason I got to take off early here today is because we got a business owner. I'm helping a newer agent that's back in North Carolina. She's got a business owner that's probably going to get back $200,000. And she's relatively new. She's only been in the business about less than 30 days. This is her first customer that said, yes, I want to get a refund from the IRS. And I'd say yes, too, if I was getting about $200,000.
Well, this program that you're helping people get is 100% legit. I mean, you see Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. He even has a commercial on CNBC talking about it.
Absolutely, it is. But
100% legit. It's, I mean, take advantage if the government's going to give it to you.
Exactly. And most, the IRS was actually at our office. They work with our company very closely, and they just went ahead and took a look at everything we're doing, because there's a lot of non-compliant companies out there that the IRS is shutting down. We call them ERC mills, but our company passed with flying colors. Matter of fact, our production company that has all the we have over 200 CPAs, tax attorneys, etc. We've done over close to 60,000 of these things now in the last 2 years, and we have our own department within the department over there that's taking a look at our files. So we get them out a lot faster than everybody else does. So it's been a blessing, man. And then I'm also I just partnered with the #1 company that has AI software. They've been around for 16 years. Their AI software scrubs the, merchant processing is an unregulated industry. And every business owner in the world is always talking about, they know they're getting ripped off. but they just don't know how because they can't read the statement.
Are you talking about the processing payments being set up for businesses?
Yeah, when they get to take the debit.
That's what you're talking about, unregulated.
Yeah, that whole industry is unregulated. So there's a lot of hidden fees, unnecessary fees. So I partnered recently with the number one company that's been around, and what we do is we do a free audit for the business owner, and we see how much they're overcharging them. Then we make them give them the money back, and if they want us to continue, then we just come up with a program. We already have one, but I mean, we do some big companies. We got like all of BlackRock's companies. The company I'm partnered with, we work with all of their companies. We work with the Denver Broncos, Boston Red Sox. I mean, Harley Davidson. We have major companies across the country, but they're bringing on a sales force like myself to help the smaller guy. They got plenty of the big companies, but the smaller guy that that's doing $50,000 a month on up to maybe $5 million per month. That's our target demographic, and we're saving them so much money. They're just loving us. So, just having fun, man. That's it. I'm good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Cool. So we were kind of discussing what we want to discuss today before the show a little bit, which is about China and how 3 or 4 years ago, they were very, very anti-crypto. Anti-crypto in the sense that in order to facilitate the blockchain that Bitcoin runs on, you have to have computers that are attached to that. And computers that are attached to that network help facilitate and make that network go and do what it needs to do. So that's called mining. Just like if you go and mine gold, you find gold, you mine gold, you get one, same thing. You facilitate the blockchain for Bitcoin and you get paid in Bitcoin. So it's called mining. Long and short of it is, that's the underbelly of the network. You need the workers to work the network, or you have nothing. And so China 3 or 4 years ago said, we are making crypto mining illegal. And that forced either people to move out of the country or to sell all their mining equipment at a huge discount and all these things. So they are very anti-crypto for the longest time. And I think what happened is, with a combination of COVID and a lot of things that happened over there with the lockdowns, they kind of saw how, if you want to control people, you control people, but you also test them, I guess, sometimes to see what they'll do and what they won't do. And then if you want to ultimately keep control, you've got to stay within certain boundaries of things. So I think that kind of changed their attitude with a lot of things. And they started embracing the idea of crypto a lot more, and then realizing what it could bring to their economy. Now, also take into factor that they're best buddies with, or really good friends with, Russia. And since Russia's gone to war with Ukraine, the monetary system that exists, the international monetary system that exists, basically stopped working with them, is a good way of putting it. So now Russia, how are they making their money? How do they keep on surviving to pay their bills and facilitate what they need to in their country, fund the war and all those things, which is either by selling their oil to countries that will work with them to do that, and they're doing a lot of things, transactions with Bitcoin. And they're starting to do a lot of money with Bitcoin. So I think that at the same time, they're seeing Russia, and Russia's breathing in the ear, hey, look at the benefits of what you can do with Bitcoin. If you really want to go against America and them having control over us, this gives us our own control. And I think with that being said, that is also going to lead to America being a lot more crypto friendly in the next years coming, sooner than later, including regulation and clear laws set in place. Because if anything America hates more, or anybody hates more, is to see their enemy doing something. And honestly, I think China's probably been doing it all along. It's like Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, right? He's talking about Bitcoin is what? Rat poison times or rat poison squared 2 times, whatever the hell. Long and short of it is, he's saying this, but at the same time, there's proof of JP, Morgan of Chase Bank and Jamie Dimon buying Bitcoin. So it's kind of like, don't watch the right hand while the left hand is doing this.
Yes, sir.
And so now it's use cases being played out on a world stage in multiple ways, and even here in America with banks failing. I mean, they're failing because they can't even pay the basic depositors. That means they don't even have the money for the basic deposits in their bank, let alone they've multiplied leveraging that times 10 on each dollar.
Right. That's crazy. And you know what? I talked about that yesterday on the marathon. You know what? Those of you that are watching this, you heard it here. Diversify your portfolios. Don't keep all your money in the banks because
what do you have to lose to take 2% or 3%, or let's get crazy here, 5%? And it's a simple risk. It's a simple risk reward.
Right.
I mean, listen, it's not going to zero. Like it's okay. If you don't think it has any value whatsoever, that's one thing. But if it's like a whole belief system that stands in your way, that's kind of a different thing. But even if you don't see the value in it, I would say, what do you have to lose? It's not going to zero. And if you take 5% of your portfolio and invested in it, and you're holding long-term, and it fluctuates in price. But I can tell you 3 or 4 top stocks in the past year that dropped 75 to 85% in value as well. So that's what happens with financial markets. But if you buy it like a house, if you buy a house, you should buy a house. People ask me all the time, Brett, when's the best time to buy a house? The best time you should buy a house is when you can afford to. That's my answer. Because it's either that or rent. But when you buy a house, even if your house value goes down 5% or 7% within 6 months, that sucks. Don't get me wrong. But are you living in that house for 6 months? Are you living in that house for a year? No, you're buying that house to live in it for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Show me one person who's bought a house that's lived in it for 6 or 7 years that's lost money. Homes from 2010 to 2021 in Las Vegas went up 234%.
Holy smokes, man! I didn't realize it was that much.
Show me somebody who's owned a house for 6, 7, 8 years who's lost money. It's the same thing. So
right.
That's my view on it, which is don't trade it because you're probably going to lose money unless you're a really good trader.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
Even really good traders lose 60% of the time.
Yeah.
It's that 40% wins that they make up for what they lose. The rest is just, risk reward.
You know what? I was at a networking event and I ran into a friend of mine who's a private banker at a bank. And they're all in, him and the other private bankers, they all stay in the loop. And he was saying that, I'm not going to say the name of the major bank, but his buddy only deals with customers that have at least, I think it was $20 million and up. And they understand what's going on. They are between crypto and the gold and silver. They bought so much gold, he said, that this is the ultra rich, that they don't have a place to store it anymore because all the storage is full. And I was like, well, that's a little bit of a clue, don't you think? Because, the government keeps printing this money and it just keeps printing and printing. And it's got to come to a head sooner or later. And hopefully it's not sooner, but a lot of people think that it is. So it is what it is, man.
Well, the world won't end tomorrow, but
no,
we're surely on our way.
Hey, well, get that little piece of island out there. Yeah, just get that.
All the more reason to live every day to the fullest.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I told you we promised you a short show because it's Memorial Day, and we want to give a big shout out to all the veterans who are celebrating, and all the veterans who have gone protecting the country and have gone on to not being here anymore. You need to actually, they're protecting us. So again, this is Memorial Day, and we're going to be giving you a break so you can go do your thing. We'll be back with a full sledge of content coming up in 2 weeks from now on Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. This is the Crypto and Cash. So Brett, man, go eat lots of food, have a good time. Enjoy the family, and we'll chat before the next show. All right. Sounds good. Thanks a lot to everyone. Enjoy. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.